You are welcome to Pleasant Library and Book Club virtual classroom simulation. My name is Ismail Yakub. I'm a basic science teacher taking JSS3. The topic to be treated is skill acquisition. Before I go into the main topic of the day, I need to present to you the behavioral objective. That is, those are those things, objectives that you need to know by the end of this lesson. 1, define skill acquisition. 2, state reasons for skill acquisition. 3, outline the types of skill acquisition. Then 4, list the importance of skill acquisition. Now, let me go to the step 1 of the objective. What is skill acquisition? Skill acquisition means learning skill. In other words, or to make it simpler for the student, is defined as the ability to be what? To be trained in a particular what? Task or function in order to what? In order to become expert in it. Now, what this one is talking about is, that is to say, how to be what? How to be self-reliant, how to be self-employed. So that is to say, it is not necessary to be a bookwormer or certificate carrier. You need to what? You need to learn 1 or 2 skills in order for you to depend on your own, not to wait for the government to provide a job. 2, what are those reasons for skill acquisition? 1, self-reliant. What I mean by self-reliant is that is to make somebody to be able to reason on your own, to perform your skill, and to have to make use of your resources without depending on anybody. Also, entrepreneurship. What I mean by entrepreneurship? That is to set up a business of your own, in which you are not depending on anybody. You will be the what? Employer of labor, not that you be a body to government or someone else. Then 3, to be financially stable. What this one is talking about is that you don't need to wait for any government to what? To pay salary. Whether government pay salary or they didn't pay salary, you are okay because you have your own work on your own that you are doing, that is fetching you money. 4, to be independent. That is to say, you are on your own. There is nobody that will say, I was the one that hired you. Definitely, I will be the one that will fire you. No. You have the ability to hire and fire. And also, you can control the resources on your own without depending on anyone. Then I'm going to step 3. Step 3 is about the types of skill acquisition. What are those types of skill acquisition? 1, labor skill. This is a skill in which, that is to say, that is needed in our own what? In our own work and job. What this one is talking about is that a situation whereby, as a graduate, you learn about carpentry, you learn about tailoring, you learn about how to bake cake, mechanic, and so on and so forth. That is to say, is labor skill. It has to do with labor. Even as a farmer, is also a skill or labor skill. So that is that. 2, life skill. This life skill has to do with what we needed, the skill we needed in our daily what? Life. That is in our everyday's life. And this one has to do with by decision making, by solving people's problem. That is to say, I've seen it before in which somebody is just like you give advice to somebody, at the end of the day, they pay you for it. That's what just a particular person is good at. So that is that. 3, people skill. This skill helps us to have relationship with others. What am I trying to say here is that, that is to say, it gives you the opportunity to respect the opinion and give empathy to other people's what? Other people's opinion. So that is that. As I was saying, the other types of skill acquisition, we have social skill. This skill helps people to interact with other people. That is to say, in terms of communication and what? And language. A situation whereby you find yourself where you did not, that is where you were not given birth to. You can interact with people learn their language and their what, and their the way of their communication. Also, the step 4, that is the 4 objective, the importance of skill acquisition. 1, it helps young people to what? To be employed. Most especially those graduates without job, it what? It helps them, that is, to acquire job. That is to say, a situation like what is happening in the any of the camp, NYSC camp nowadays. That is to say, during their 21 days orientation training, they always give them 1 or 2 what's called skill acquisition, either tailoring, either barbing, and so on and so forth. Also, it helps to become entrepreneur. That is, it helps to become a boss of your own. That is to say, manufacture of jobs. Manufacture of jobs in which what? Teeming population of youth will get employed from your business. Also, it helps Nigeria economy. A situation whereby a particular person is is having skill acquisition, definitely such person may likely employ others. In employing others, those people that are working for him may likely be giving stipend in which tax will be deducting. The money accrued from each of these employee will now be returning to the government for what? For development. So that is that. Also, we have the learning to live together. That is, in learning skill acquisition, in big skill acquisition, that is to say, it makes people to live together, irrespective of the tribe or what, or religion. So that is that about the topic, skill acquisition. Now, this is very important to each and every one of the students to know. That is to say, the objectives of the particular topic, that the evaluation, that is to say, at the end of this lesson, the students must know how to define skill acquisition, also state the reason for skill acquisition, and to list the types of skill acquisition. So that is that. Please, students, always make use of the standard reference material in order for you to what? To get comprehensive knowledge of the particular topic that you've been treated. Also, this is an approved textbook by the what? By the NERDC curriculum, that is having a complete curriculum for GSS 1 to 3.